Hey guys, it's Fox here with another video, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we flipped the world around. Yeah, kinda interesting. We flipped the world and basically inverted Stone Tower Temple. Now, something about inverted Stone Tower Temple that I will admit and I will apologize for ahead of time, is that I always get stuck here. It doesn't matter how many times I have practiced this or watched Let's Plays of it beforehand or whatever, I always get lost somewhere in inverted Stone Tower Temple. So I apologize ahead of time for any cuts I may make if I get lost. So first thing we want to do is turn into a Deku and come over here. Now, once again, these jet things, as we saw in a previous room in normal Stone Tower Temple, propel us up. Over here is a locked door, which we can't actually get into yet, and we will get blown up, so that's all great. Now, if you recall, this room was actually the room that was underwater before. And over there were those mines that we had to get, and there's that switch there, which revealed that chest, which is currently in flames, and there was another chest too that was upside down. So what we actually want to do here is head over to that switch, which we can do by going a different way, going like this, in which we can reach that. So what we want to do is step on this switch, which will extinguish that fire, but of course, because this is Stone Tower Temple, we need to play the Elegy of Emptiness. And we create our clone once again. Even I'm getting tired of that song now. So luckily there is no time limit for this, but we're still gonna be quick just because I don't want to take forever to get there. And okay, that saved us. Awesome. And if we go around the mines, hopefully, and we did that. I'm on top of the treasure chest. Is this the first time I've done that in this series? I think so. Possibly, I don't know. Oh well. Not really big deal. So anyway, here is our 10th Stray Fairy. Awesome. We're on our way to the end. What we want to do now is just go ahead and jump straight down here while on our way down, equipping our hook shot. Because there's this thing here. And what's it called, by the way? Tell me, Tattle. Hiploop, that's right. It's the thing that sounds like a Pokemon. I don't know what I'm thinking of, or what Pokemon I'm thinking of, but it doesn't... Hiploop, that sounds like a Pokemon. In fact, I am thinking of a Pokemon right now that... I think it was a Generation 3 Pokemon, and it was like a little... Well, when I think of Hiploop, I think of two things. I think of that weird little blue circle that has 3 white, like, cotton balls coming out of it, and then I think of that little green... also a circle with arms coming out of it and a flower on top of its head. If I remember, I'll put pictures up of what I'm talking about in their actual names, because I'm sure that they don't sound at all like Hiploop, but whatever. Something over here that's kind of interesting, if you remember, there is this Dexy Hand who helped us get up, because we are terrible at jumping. Now, something kind of interesting is that we can jump down. We can grab those rupees, and it'll save us from falling to our death. So, thank you for that very much, Dexy Hand. Anyway, what we actually want to do is... Hello there, Hiploop Pokemon. I want to come over here and get this chest, which in here is a small key. And, well, we just saw a locked door, so fairly obvious what we have to do now. And we actually want to head to the other side, so I'm going to go ahead and reset my fly radius by coming in this flower. And saved by the fan. Alright, this room. Right away it looks kind of interesting. Looks even more interesting when we see that, and if we look up, there is lava that is completely defying the forces of gravity. Yeah. So, something that we may notice straight away is that there is one of those light arrow switches here. I'm gonna call them goddess switches because that's kind of what they are pretty much. So anyway, what you want to do is actually, we're gonna take our Goron mask out. We want to shoot the goddess switch with our light arrows, which is of course going to flip the world once again. Gonna turn into a Goron who can walk on the lava, turn back into a human when we're on this platform, and shoot the goddess switch again. And so now we can proceed here. So it's a really clever way of doing things, and we're going to be seeing that a lot. Especially in this room. This room is time-consuming, to say the least. There are these choo-choos, they're respawning choo-choos with, I believe they're respawning with not light arrows, they don't spawn light arrows, they have arrows and magic. Basically what we're trying to do here, we're trying to get this block over to this thing, whatever it's called. So, yeah, they are respawning. I just heard it respawn. So anyway, it is complicated to say the least of what we need to do. Basically, there is a goddess switch there, so we are going to be flipping this room quite a bit. Just look at the ceiling, you can see where we can drag the block. So what we want to do first, let me see if I can remember this. Alright, well first we just want to go ahead and flip it. And the choo-choos are gonna fall with us. Of course they are. Oh yeah, that was a nice kill actually. Okay, and then here, we want to get it to there. So I believe we can go ahead and flip it now. Flip it back. And then we want to push it this way. And let's kill that, so that way it won't be a distraction. And we don't want to climb on top of that, actually. No, just get away. I hate you. We're gonna push this over to here. Pretty much just as far as we can go. Just gonna push it down to this bottom layer. And then once we're here, we're going to flip it once again. And it's dawn of the second day, whatever. Okay. Oh my god, I hate you guys. I haven't even told you how much I hate respawning enemies in Zelda series. I mean, I get that you're trying to resupply me with more stuff, but seriously. I mean, it's like the freaking black bows in that one room with all the mirrors. I mean, it's like, I hate respawning enemies. And for the last time, we flip it. There we go. And that door was actually a double barrier because it's not like we could have gotten up here anyway. But oh, that choo-choo almost spawned straight on me. Alright. And in here we have, guess who it is? Wizrobe. This is the 4th time he is being reused. Meaning it is the 5th time that we have fought Wizrobe. So this time there is lava falling from the ceiling, so that's always great. And now that we have light arrows, though, this should be a fairly quick battle. If we can... There we go. And second phase of the battle already. Once again, same strategy applies. Look for the red dot on the map. Except the only difference is that he can appear on several layers now, because he can appear up on that balcony to my right, or he can appear up there, I believe. And so, you know, there's just a lot more places that he can appear, making it more difficult. But just, what was that, 4 shots with the light arrows, and we can take care of him as easy as that. Alright. You know, I'm actually doing better than I expected for this. I figured that this would take a lot of time, but it's really not. And there's an open chest there, which is kind of interesting. But that's been one we've already gotten. I'm doing better than I expected. I figured that I would have a lot of trouble with this, but apparently not. Oh, okay. This is that room that we actually was back when we first came to this temple. Anyway, if we head down here, we see an enemy that we actually haven't seen yet in this series. Just a regular Poe. We've seen big Poes so far, but not a regular Poe. Now that we have light arrows, though, they really shouldn't be much difficulty. The difference with Poes is that they disappear, and they don't really attack you nearly as much as big Poes, which is, of course, not bad. And with our last empty bottle, we're going to go ahead and get this postal, which once again we can sell at the Curiosity Shop for quite a sum of rupees. I believe the big Poe was 200 rupees. I believe that a normal Poe is just 50, but still, it's not bad. Now, speaking of making money, that's a thought. Just hold that thought. Speaking of making money. Oh, I thought that this was a different room. Okay, sorry. I will bring that thought up later. So, what we want to do here is just come over here. There's that Igor, by the way. I don't know if you saw that for like a split second. He was shooting something, which is kind of interesting. That is not the same Igor as before. That is the second Igor of this place, which, as you can tell, is much more aggressive as he is attacking nothing, unlike the other one who was just asleep. So, yes. Let's see if we can get past this at all with... Okay, I give up. We're just gonna blow these things up. Can I shoot snot at those? I can, but that did absolutely nothing. Maybe that one. Okay, let's just shoot arrows at them. Good enough. God, that Igor up there is really threatening. It's just taking out that floor. Okay, anyway, here we see some flying pots, which I don't believe we've actually seen yet in this temple, so that's kind of interesting. There's nothing actually to do in this little area. All it is just another more efficient way to get some more radius on our flower. Anyway, as I was saying regarding, speaking of making money, we're going to take out our light arrows and shoot a bubble. We're not going to do that. We're going to shoot a bubble. And it is going to give us 50 rupees. Every time we shoot a bubble with light arrows, it will give us 50 rupees. Now remember how there were all of those bubbles in Ikana Canyon? Well, it just jinxed me. We can go there with our light arrows and just do it. Now, even in this area, these are respawning enemies, as you can see. Just in the few seconds of being in this room, I have already made 200 rupees. 250. Yeah. That is my preferred method of making money in this game. Now, of course, we can't do it until we get the light arrows, meaning that, you know, we have to spend all this time, and we can't do it early on in the game. So, but for end game money making, this is the way to do it. So anyway, now that we've pretty much maxed out our wallet, we're gonna head in here. To the second sub-boss. This is Gomez. Now, something I have to mention, Gomez is actually... Oh, I'm jinxed. Of course I am. Gomez is actually one of my... or, in my opinion, one of the most well-designed enemies in this game. Just the amount of... I don't know. I just really like it. I really like this boss. Basically, it's just a bunch of keys surrounding, like, this shadow spirit thing. So what we want to do is shoot it with light arrows, which will get Keith away. The keys are basically its shield, and so we just want to make sure that there are no keys by him, and once we get rid of them, we just shoot him, or we just attack him with our sword. So, simple enough. I just really like the way it's designed. I really like this boss. And I believe 6 blows with our sword will do it, so one more? Oh, maybe not, okay. There we go, 7. I don't know if you noticed, but my magic has drained a lot. So, we're probably going to use our Chateau du Rumani fairly soon. So, we all know what's in this chest. We've already seen it several times. And this is the last time we're going to be seeing one of these. We get the boss key. Meaning we are almost done with the temple. So, I believe in the next episode we will be fighting the boss. That's my hope. I mean, at least that's my hope. So, next episode, we'll hopefully be finishing this temple. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.